Two-thirds of Canadians reject closer ties to China and want Huawei banned from 5G networks. Poll says people's perceptions of China have deteriorated markedly. Poll says.
Here's a summary of the article.
Chinese-educated microbiology researcher Chu, along with her husband and fellow researcher, Cheng Keding, and an unknown number of Chinese research students, were removed on July 5 from Canada's only Level 4 virology facility at the National Microbiology Lab. Chu's position as a non-salaried adjunct professor at the university has ended and all students she supervised have been reassigned, pending an investigation by police, spokesman John Danakers told Canadian Broadcasting Corporation on Monday. Chu is head of the Vaccine Development and Antiviral Therapies section in the Special Pathogens program at the lab. Chu is from Tianjin in northern China and moved to Canada for graduate studies in 1996. It is unclear whether Chu, her husband or the research students at the lab are Chinese citizens, though Canadian media reports have said many of the students at Chu's lab were from China. Chu, who is still listed on the university's website, could not be reached for comment. Stoltenberg was responding to media queries about Chu's case and Chinese espionage in Canada, but declined to comment specifically on Chu and did not mention China by name.
This post received a score of 14,524, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Who knew decades of human rights violations, constant theft of Western IP and draconian laws would sour people's opinion of you?
Probably closer to home than that. The biggest complaint I've heard on Reddit is investors snatching up homes and disrupting the housing markets in North America. Start fucking with basics like shelter and people will hold a grudge.
Vancouver is so overrun with empty homes bought solely as foreign investments that they had to make laws that raised taxes on these unoccupied houses. And there are so many that can't afford to live there, yet these foreign investors keep driving prices up without ever setting foot in these investments. The housing market is a scam.
Have you know I own the most lucrative cardboard box at the corner of Hastings and Broadway. And it only costs me $3,000 a month. Haha, makes me cry every time.
Hastings and Broadway is not an intersection, man.
He lives in a box. Give him a break.
For me, watching China start apprehending Canadians out of the blue with no justifiable reason whatsoever is all it took. It sends a clear message saying that if China doesn't get their way, they will attack your citizens abroad like cowards.
Their legal pretext is a law called the National Security Law, passed under Xi Jinping, a law which also claims that China has authority over cyberspace, outer space, the ocean, and polar regions.
Forgot the sun and air, suckers.
As long as you jump, China cannot detain you.
Just do a backwards BHOP away from the Chinese officials when they come to arrest you.
I bet Vancouver real estate has the most to do with this. Canadians cannot afford to live in their own cities because of foreign investors driving up prices.
Let me correct this for you. Foreign corrupt money drove up the price. You should wonder with all those rich Chinese how they obtained money. It goes without a question through ill-gained methods, which is normal for China as corruption is rampant here, but Western countries shouldn't allow their cities to be used to launder or offshore money. Which comes to the next question, how they can get so much money abroad. Officially you are only allowed to offshore $50,000 per year, yet they buy million-dollar houses and expensive cars.
Canadian here. You can't go a day without being exposed to multiple China bad articles, across all media. Meanwhile we've shut down multiple avenues of importing cheap dollar store crap and knockoff versions of iPhone peripherals and other Insta garbage. Meanwhile, our recycling programs have had to become internalized. Slowly but surely that's coming along. Let's just say our trade relationship has changed. For the better, I guess. Less carbon wasted on shipping garbage.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.